What's going on, guys? Tobin here with you. Thanks for checking us on out. Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. If you guys could subscribe, that'd mean a lot to me. If not, you know what? Thanks for passing by. Appreciate it, everybody. Miami Heat, they lose in preseason action tonight. 120 to 104 left. Everybody home. Jimmy, Bam, Kyle, Kevin, Jaime, Nikola Jovic, Jay Rich. Think I got everybody there. They left everybody home. It was a starting lineup tonight of Duncan Robinson, Jamal Cain, Haywood Highsmith, Thomas Bryant, and Drew Smith. I think a cool basketball showcase tonight for the Miami Heat fan. You did get to see the number one overall pick, Victor Wembanyama, tonight. And in the words of Brian McKinney weeks ago on our show on Tobin and Leroy, it's a giant. Listen, man. I don't know, where people stand on him. If you're a doubter, you're a believer. It is crazy watching that dude in action because he just spans so much space. And we've seen guys do this. Like we've seen this with, Giannis, and we've seen some real freaks out there. Kevin Durant, obviously, his ability to get shots off anywhere. And it's like this guy's out there and he's like supersized on it. It's a wild, wild thing. So I am very interested, but like he would, there were times where he'd go basically from half court and be able to get a bucket, just ripping balls off the rim. And today it was just a standpoint of like you had him out there, and there'd be times where like he would stuff you for a block, get out on the fast break, and boom, boom, he's like right there. So yeah, man, this guy looked absolutely sensational today. His jump shot looked pretty damn smooth. He wasn't great from three today. I guess it's probably the only knock you could put on him. He was 1 of 5, but every time he was on the court today, it was giving this Heat core trouble. And yeah, you say this Heat core because it is a team that is, got nobody in their top rotation out there other than the only guys getting regular minutes for sure this year are going to be probably Thomas Bryant and Duncan Robinson and maybe Haywood Highsmith. But even still, you could just see the physical tools, man. They were there to behold. It was very, very impressive. There was a point where Orlando Robinson was able to feed him a bucket and get it on the chest there in the first quarter to give the Heat a lead, but once it got to the fourth quarter, it was all San Antonio. Really good back and forth affair, and a lot of guys playing hard and all that stuff. But San Antonio outscored Miami 34-20 in this performance. But yeah, Wembanyama, dude, this guy, he looks like he's going to be absolutely fun to play, like absolutely fun to watch for sure. The Spurs got one again. These rat bastards, they tanked their way into a huge situation where they are able to put themselves in a position to have this generational talent, and he looks like he's going to be a lot of fun to watch. The wingspan, the skying, the everything that he's able to do, just absolutely impressive. He's something, dude. He was something. Now, that being said, tonight, not the leading scorer in the game. Leading scorer tonight in the game, Jamal Cain. Jamal Cain. Keep saying this with the Miami Heat fan. A lot of people out there sleeping on Jamal Cain as far as, we're talking Cole Swider. Awesome. We're talking about guys who are, Champagny, cool, doing some good things. Orlando Robinson, obviously, there's a lot of hype behind him. But Jamal Cain got some time last year. He was really good in Sioux Falls. And I just thought today, first of all, he had a money day from three. He was 6 of 8 from downtown. He was 24 points, 10 rebounds today. So he was absolutely lighting this puppy up. No doubt about it. He was tremendous. The thing with Jamal that's going to be interesting, I don't really know what role he necessarily would serve on this team. Like he does, I wouldn't say Jamal's like the biggest defensive stopper in the world. I wouldn't say that, he could definitely step into a Caleb Martin type role, but maybe. Maybe. It just, I don't know, man. There's just something about him. Like every time he's out there, he just seems to make positive stuff happen. He's always finding his way towards the rim. He seems like he's making hustle plays. He has improved that three-point shot. He works really hard on it. He does just seem to find a natural way to the basket. I wouldn't say like he's got like the sickest moves in the world, but like always just seems like he's finding himself on a break and able to get to the rim. Always seems like he's able to get an offensive rebound and put it back. He's just one of those guys that seems to find himself in the right spots. So I really just feel like for the Heat fan, as far as like the young guy, we've been talking a lot of Swider. We've been talking, of course, a lot about the rookies, and I get it. Like that's when you have a lights out shooter, you have new first round picks. But Jamal Cain like did have some moments last year, and I do wonder what is going to be his position in all this. Where does he lie? Is he going to be a two-way guy who's going to go up and down? Because is there a possibility he could earn his way onto the standard deal? Because I don't know exactly what his role will be, but it just feels like every time he's out there, positive stuff does happen. And very rare are the times I feel like, oh, Jamal Cain's out there, bad stuff's happening, selfish stuff is happening. He just seems to come up with really impactful plays all the way around. As far as the rest of the guys, I mean, it was a pretty quiet night for everybody else. So Duncan Robinson had himself a nice third quarter there after, again, having a situation where he couldn't get his shot going. Did definitely there in the third quarter. Was definitely getting his teammates involved today. I mean, like, look, you do have to give it up to Duncan Robinson in some regard. I know some people won't want to hear this because he makes a lot of money, but you see all those regular guys are staying back in San Antonio. You've been with the Heat now. This is your sixth season, Duncan Robinson with the Miami Heat? Fifth full season, but 6 years with the organization. And a lot of guys could say that, and they could look and say, like, come on, dude, kick rocks. Like, I gotta go take the trip to San Antonio, and he does. And almost like is in that UD role of like he's the undrafted leader. He's the guy who is being the mentor for everybody. So you got to give Duncan credit for that. He finished with 14 points tonight, 5 assists, and just it just puts that great example out there for everybody because. For Duncan Robinson, he has to mean something to people. There's been a lot of articles about the Cole Swider comparisons, and Cole was he got a 12-3 tonight. He hit 3 of them. Definitely wasn't the assassin that he was in the first game, and that's fine. I think that, but all those guys have to look at Duncan Robinson and think, man, like if he could do it, maybe there is a path. If you're third, a Division III guy and undrafted, and you have a skill set, the Heat will try and find it out of you. So I thought that was really, really cool tonight. Thomas Bryant, played 20 minutes, didn't have much, did get blocked by Wemby today. Certainly wasn't the sensational performance that he had in his first game. Haywood Highsmith, UD mentioned this. UD was on the broadcast on TNT today, so shout out to UD. And it was mentioned that Udonis Haslem, first of all, I think he's going to be sensational media if he wants to do that. I don't know. Man's going to be sensational in whatever he wants to do media-wise. But for him, he was mentioning this with Haywood Highsmith. It's like, man, this is the guy we put on Tatum. And Wembanyama, obviously, is a huge height discrepancy, much more so than it is with Jason Tatum. But UD was very impressed with Wembanyama today. And that was, look, if you were tuning in today and you were watching the Heat, I think the Jamal Cain was definitely the most encouraging thing. But the Wembanyama thing was a cool thing to check out and see what they got from that. Plus, you got to listen to Kevin Harlan tonight. And that dude is, when it comes to all sports, but really when it comes to Miami sports, is always a delight to hear. So the Heat will be back at it on Sunday against the Memphis Grizzlies. I imagine more regulars are going to play in that game because it is at home. Then they have Brooklyn on Wednesday. I'm going to be boots on the ground for that one. And I think they finish up with Houston this week. Forget what day it is. But either way, the Heat lose tonight 120-104, playing a lot of their young guns tonight. And we got a little taste of the Wembanyama show.